So the first step is to download a program. It's called Etcher, and once you install this, this is the page that will pop up. Make sure you have your SD card hooked up to your computer, and you're going to need that image file for Retropie 4.3. I already have it downloaded. If you download it, if it's a zip file, extract it to a folder where you can locate it. You choose that, and then you're going to want to choose the correct storage. So I know mine's a 64 gig microSD, so it's already chosen that for me, and you're just going to press flash. It's as easy as that.
So one of the things you want to do after you burn that image onto your SD card is power on your Pi. Once you place the SD card in your Raspberry Pi, it's gonna load into the Retropie menu. Of course, you're gonna first go down to Wi-Fi and connect to the internet, and then afterwards you're gonna go under Raspberry config, and then this is the menu that will pop up. You're gonna scroll down to configure connections to peripherals, press on that, and then the second option is SSH. You will select that, and it will ask you, would you like the SSH server to be enabled? You press yes. So once it's enabled, then you're done, and now you can SSH through your computer using WinSCP.
So the next thing you do is you're going to open up WinSCP, and for the host name, all capital Retropie. The username will be Pi, and password will be Raspberry. If you have enabled it, it will go right into your Raspberry. You can click on that, go on the ROMs, and then you can just drag and drop ROMs in here. So here I'm gonna do Pokemon Stadium since I already have it. Press OK, and now it's gonna write that file. I'm also gonna do some.
So after you've SSH'd some games over to the Raspberry Pi, you're going to want to exit the main menu. And you're just going to go down to restart system. This is going to reboot it, and now under emulation station we should see the games. Later on in the video, I'm also going to show how to set up what boots up with this. So as you can see now, we have N64 and Sega Genesis. So you can see my games there. I click on that and it's gonna boot into it.
Alright, so now we're on the computer, and you're gonna open up WinSCP, capital Retropie, then just Pi and Raspberry for the password. Log in.
This is of course while your Raspberry Pi is powered on. Now you're gonna get all this stuff. Now I can't really find it through this, just it's a bit different on here. So what I'm gonna do is open up my file explorer, and right here I'm gonna highlight this whole thing, and then 2// and then I'm gonna type in Retropie. Press enter, and it's gonna go into the directory. Now a lot of you won't have this cheats. You can look up online. I might put up the link as well to run a command that somebody created that adds this cheat file. So when you click on the cheats file, it has these, but I'm gonna delete these because this was my main problem. When I click on the cheats, there's nothing there. So what they say to do, as you can see here, it has configs, unlike this other one, it does not. So what I do is I log in into the network, and you're going to click on configs, all, and then right here under retroarch.cfg config, you're going to right click, and then you should already have downloaded Notepad++. I'll put a link down for that. Click edit with Notepad. Once you have this, then you're going to control F, and you're going to look for online. Press find next, then you can get rid. You see how over here it says online updater false. So that is what the problem is. You just make that true. And then let's see if there's another one. Nope. That's the only one. So once you make that true, file, save, it saves it, cancel, and now we're going to go back onto my TV so I can show you that the online updater has reappeared. So now I've booted into the Retropie, and on the menu you just hover over to Retropie, press A, and you will go down to Retroarch. And once it boots up, you're able to see the online updater now, which is available. Press on that, and it will take some time, but what you want to do is update the cheats, the databases, and the overlays. Once you do that, you're all. So now what we're gonna do is go back. So this is what I might just give you guys. Somebody was kind enough to have all these window commands created. As you can see here, add video splash, enable cheats directory. That's the one I run, and that's how I got that cheats folder. So let's open up another file explorer. Do the same thing. 2/ retropie, and enter. And once I go under the cheats directory now, as you can see, it's created all those folders. So now let's say I click on Game Boy Advance, and look at that. Every single cheat file that's supported is already in there. The game that I play a lot, Pokemon Emerald, which is over here, and I can click edit, and you can see here it's got all these codes. You can change these to true and it'll always be on, but it's better to just have them on false, so then you can just in-game through Retroarch you can toggle them on and off. So that brings me to a conclusion of how to get cheats going on your Retropie 4.3. So check it out. On Game Boy Advance I've uploaded Pokemon Emerald. I press the Xbox button plus the X button on my Xbox One controller. I'm gonna scroll down to cheats, and I'm gonna click on load cheat file, and then right here see all the different folders. I'm gonna go under Game Boy Advance, and then I'm gonna find the game, which is Pokemon Emerald. You click on that, and then there you go. Of course, I'm gonna enable this master code, and these codes, as far as I've messed around with, you can only have one active at a time. So with the master code, one other code could be on. So you just toggle it on, and then at the end you're gonna click on apply changes, and then you're gonna press the Xbox and X button again, and it's gonna load it, and you'll be playing with the one cheat. Make sure you do it after the intro of a game, and if you want to ever save a game on Game Boy Advance is what I've been only messing around with, the Xbox and X button, and you're gonna go back and you can choose what save slot, so you can have numerous, and then you click on save state. That's how you save it. You don't save it through the game, you save it through Retroarch.